Okay. Hey, everybody. It's Allison Solvin, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator with Stampin' Up! I already said that. And I am in New Westminster, BC, which is a suburb of Vancouver. So I'm on the west coast of Canada. So welcome, welcome. Some of you may be on my YouTube channel, some may be on my Facebook page, Stamp Crazy with Allison, and some may be joining me from my Border Buddy Hangout Facebook group that I run with my Border Buddy Patsy Wagner from Minnesota in the US. So welcome wherever you're from. Hi Keisha, good morning. Good morning on YouTube, I can see, and I'm just going to make sure that everything is good. If you can let me know that you can hear me. I hope so. Go here. Hopefully you can hear me. Hi, Jacqueline. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me? One of you's on Facebook, one of you's on YouTube. So if you can let me know, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I think I can. I think everything's good, you guys. I think everything is good. Good morning, good morning. Oh, good, all good. Well, I hope you've had a nice weekend so far. And it's been a mixed bag in my neighborhood. It was nice yesterday, a little chilly, but it was sunny, so I can handle sun. Let's go back to side by side. Can you guess what we're going to be using today? It's going to be the Flowering Rain Boots bundle, which is so cute and so appropriate because it's the first day of spring. Happy spring, everybody. We're going to get, good morning, Janet. I'm so glad you could come, you guys. Thank you. Hi, Diane. Welcome. All right. Well, we're all popping on, so probably should get started. Shall we get started? So let's go over and check out what we're going to be using today. Here we go. Okay. If you've got any questions as we go along, just type them in, and if I don't know the answer, somebody will. Hi, Julie. Good morning. Good morning, Jennifer. Was it awful? I heard that. Did I hear something that the northern part, Edmonton, was going to get snow? I almost gasped when I saw that. Good morning, Valerie. Okay, you guys. So we're going to be using the Flowering Rain Boots. Let me just get that for you, just so you can see. So here is the stamp set. Love the stamp set. And then we've got the matching dies. Now you can see that I've got some of them out. Now this, I'm not going to be using the flower pot, but you can see that the die matches, so you can cut that out easily. And then we've got this shape here, which is going to cut out these daisies. I love this little hoe. You can cut it out of silver, and it'll look really like it's a real metal. And then we've got this little label here. And I've got this really cool edge. Now I'm not using that today, but that's what it looks like. If you look in the catalog, you can see what that shape would look like. So that's kind of cool. It looks like a lattice, right? That you'd have flowers growing up. Well, and I guess that's one's for the little seed packet, right? Okay. So these are the ones that we're actually going to be using now. So let me show you those. Got them all ready to go. So we are going to be stamping the watering can, the boots, the stems, the tulips. And so I've got all of those ready to go. These all cut out with our die cutting machine, right? And then I'm also going to be using the basic borders dies. Now, I don't know if you've seen this. This is from the annual catalog. Oh, hi, Ellie. Hi, Linda. Hi, Mo. I think I've got everybody. Hi, Leslie. I think I've got everybody. Okay, so we're going to be using one of these dies. Now, if you haven't noticed these, they are in the annual catalog. And we're going to be using the cloud shaped one here. But we've got there's lots of different ones. And they're really quite neat. You got the rick-rack and all sorts of great designs. So if you haven't noticed those in the catalog, check that out. All right. So that's sort of I think that's most of what we're going to use. We're also going to use this label from the Sweethearts dies. So you can see that there's so many. I love this. This is cute, this little envelope. It's so sweet. So, you know, just because it's not Valentine's or you're not making a anniversary card or something with a love theme, a wedding card, there's still lots of elements in these dies that you can use with other products. So we should get started here. Alrighty, let's grab what we need. I was just checking to see what people are writing. So I have started my card today with, here we go. So this is Smoky Slate. And I've also got my main elements here. This is just your standard card, right? 8.5 by 5.5 with a 4 1/4 score, right? And then I've got my main piece in basic white, and that is 3 3/4 by 5. And then just an 1/8 of an inch bigger all the way around, I've got Gorgeous Grape. So that's going to be 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, so that just gives you a nice little border, which I like and helps pop what's in here. And then I've just got a whole bunch of basic white scraps, and I've got a Gorgeous Grape scrap. Okay, so let's start here with our basic white. And what I did was I went ahead and I cut out the clouds from that basic borders. Is that what it's called? Basic borders? I think so. So you can see, and I've given myself quite a chunk here because I just didn't want to get ink where I didn't want it. But you could make this smaller and it would still be fine. Now, years ago, when we used to make clouds, we used to use scallops. Did you guys remember ever doing that? We used to cut out a scallop piece and then we'd move it around. But this one actually allows us a little bit easier way of doing it. So I'm going to grab some Pool Party purple. Janet, I know, I forgot. Janet loves purple, but you know what? A lot of people love purple. This card's got a lot of purple, I'm just going to say. Okay, so I got Pool Party here. And then I'm going to grab one of our blending brushes. My sister got me this. Isn't it cute? My sister Mo. You can identify your little brushes by these little gizmos. Okay. And I'm just going to load up my brush. But what you want to do is you want to take off a little bit because you don't want it too bright, right? I'm just going to angle that a bit. And then you're just going to rub. And it looks like there's nothing transferring. When you're doing this, you think, where is it? I don't see the color. But trust me, when you take it away, you'll see it. And we used to just love doing this. We did this all the time with those scallops, but it's so much easier with the cloud. Okay, so can you see that we've started to get our blue sky and then we've got our clouds. And you're just going to keep doing that. Now, if I moved it down like that, it would look pretty goofy. So you kind of want to, you know, just change the angle a little bit so that you're not going to just get a repetition all the time. I was reminded of this technique when my friend Ange did it. Ange McKay did it on a card. And I thought, oh yeah, we used to do that all the time. I should do that. So now I'm just going to do it maybe like that. So every time you do this, you'll probably get a different look. And you see, you just keep moving it down. Keep loading your brush. I think I'll go this way. So if you haven't done this technique in a while, grab your blending brush and grab your stencil and away you go. Okay, got a little bit too dark there, but that's okay. Well, it'll be fine. Okay, and I think I'll do just one more. Just one more. There we go. There we go. I think that's good. So like I said, every time you do this, it's going to be a different look. Oh, hi, Carly. Hi, Lynn. Okay, so let me just kind of raise that for you. Can you see those clouds? Such an easy way to do a cloud, right? All right, next step. We can set that aside, actually. Well, what we'll do is we'll start gluing this, actually. So I'm going to get my favorite glue, which is the white Tombow glue. Love this multi-purpose glue. I know it's not for everybody, and some people like the Stamp and Seal. And if you do, by all means, use whatever adhesive works for you. But I personally prefer this. Okay, and then I can actually go ahead and glue this to the card base. So that way I'm less likely to lose it when I go looking for my stuff. Okay, so that's good. Now what I want to do here is I want to add some ground, some dirt for my elements to sit on. So I'm going to use my painter, and I'm going to use crumb cake ink. Now our ink pads, if you squeeze them, it'll transfer the ink from the pad onto this little base. But sometimes it's not enough. So in this case, I did use my re-inker, my crumb cake, and I just added a little bit here. And you've got water in your pen. Oh, I haven't got very much. Oh, well, good thing I'm not doing too much. And I don't want it too dark. So I'm just going to kind of make a little puddle over here. And I've got the wide brush, okay? And I'm just going to add some dirt. Okay. Just kind of dot it on there. Not too much water, because with this kind of cardstock, your paper can start to pill, and you don't want that. So just a little bit, and we can let that dry. All righty. So we've got all our little basic elements here. Let's start creating. So let's grab some of those basic white little scraps, and I've got my Highland Heather. So that's my first purple, well, my second after Gorgeous Grape. So let's grab that. And, oh, got a little speck on there. I don't know what that is. Oh well. Guess we'll see. I'm gonna have my. There we go. Oh, isn't that great? Look at those boots. I've got boots like that, hunter boots. You need them in Vancouver. All right, next up, we're going to do a watering can. I need a bigger piece. And the watering can I'm going to do in Smoky Slate. Right. I wonder if I should go this way. Yeah, let's go this way. So we want to make sure we've got enough space for that die. I love these stamps because you can see that just by using one color, you get all this dimension. It's really cool. Okay, so that's that. And then, then we've got some leaves and stems for our flowers. So, and that's in Pear Pizzazz. Look at that detail. Isn't that awesome? Love that. So you don't even have to color. You just stamp. It's so easy. Easy peasy. And then, Janet, get excited, Janet, because here comes Fresh Freesia. So we've got a third purple. I love purple too. Purple is a happy color. And look at these tulips. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so that's our stamping done. Well, except for our words. Let's do those while we've got everything out here. So we're going to be using our Gorgeous Grape. And I want to just take my border buddy, which I'm sorry that border buddy. I'm going to take Patsy and demagnetize this. No, I'm going to use an embossing buddy, not my border buddy. That would hurt if I did that. And I'm going to stamp my words. If you don't have an embossing buddy, you can use a Swiffer. I think you can use a dryer sheet too. We don't have those in Vancouver, dryer sheets. We don't get that static. You know, when you take stuff out of the dryer back east or in other parts of the world and you get electrocuted when you take the towel out or the sock. We don't have that here. So we don't tend to use, or at least I've never had to use it, or softener or whatever. But if you have those, I think they work too, apparently. All right, so I've just added white embossing powder. And now we're going to heat set that puppy. So let's grab our heat tool and get that cooked. And we'll have everything ready to go to cut out. So talk amongst yourselves while I heat this little baby up. Okay, here we go. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still excited when I emboss. It's still the most magical thing to me after 24 or 5 years of stamping. All right. Let's bring in our baby boss. Here she is. Okay, so here's our little embossing machine. I'm going to raise that up a bit. So this is the mini, and it's on sale for 20% off during the, I just want to say spring into savings, but it's not. It's savings are in bloom. So the machine is 20% off, and selected bundles, whether they're existing bundles or whether there have been bundles that have been reunited. So for instance, the Celebrate Sunflowers is a stamp set, and then you have to buy the dies separately, but they put them back together for this promotion, and they're 20% off. And if it's already a bundle, then you get an additional 10 off because it's already been discounted by 10. So 20%. So if you're in Canada, you would visit my store at Shop Crazy with Allison. And if you're in the US, you can purchase from my border buddy, Patsy Wagner, and I'll be posting both of our shop links there. Both of us, Patsy in the US and me in Canada, are offering the larger version of the machine also at 20% off. That's a personal discount. So check that out. And what is it? March? It's spring. So we haven't got long before the end of March when that will be over. Okay. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Jennifer. It's so cute. Hi, Carol. I know it's the most adorable little machine. Okay. So as you know, you guys, I tend to use my removable Scotch tape that I got from Amazon. Some of you have asked me about this. I will put a link up for where to find this. I've recently, let me just grab this. So here's our little saying. Let's keep on track here, Allison, with what you're doing. And the reason I use the tape, I don't use it all the time, but this paper has what's the word, kind of warped a little because you're heating it, right? So I just want to lay that to make sure that that lays flat so that it doesn't go haywire when I run it through the machine. Okay, so the tape, it's great. I reuse it. It's got like 300 feet on it or something. I reuse it over and over. So I'm going to use the same piece for my next one. So I don't need a new one every time. So that's good. Anyways, what I was going to say was I'm going to put the link up, and just so you know, if you click on the link and you purchase it, I do get a small, I don't even want to call it a commission because that sounds like it's big. I get a little affiliate fee, they call it, but it doesn't cost you anymore. It's the same price whether you order it through me or not. So you don't have to, but I'll put the link up for you. Hi, Connie. So now we're cutting out our tulips. Don't you love dies that cut out stuff? Look at that. Oh my gosh. No fussy cutting. Now, sometimes it's fun to fussy cut. I'd say most times it's not. Depends. Some things are so easy to fussy cut. Like I'm having a Easter Friends class at the end of the month with my partner in crime, Ange McKay. And those images, the bunny and the ducky and the chick, those are easy to cut out. So some things are easier than others, and some things are fussier. So like the one I'm going to show you, that's the watering can, that wouldn't be hard to cut out. But what's cool about using the die, of course, is that you're also going to be cutting out the piece in the handle, and that would be really difficult to do just on your own with a fussy cut, right? Yes, Connie, the mini is so great. Now, here's a tip. I have this mat that I'm on. It's big. It's like a huge mouse pad. Think of it as a huge mouse pad, okay? I should put a link on for that too, shouldn't I? I'll have to make myself a note. I'm like my friend Zara. Oh, she always has a thing where she says, I have to write that down. What was I going to put a link for? The tape, Patsy's store, and now I'm up to these large, like their mouse pad, but they're huge. I don't know what this is, 16 by, I don't know, it's huge. Anyway, what I love about it is this tends not to slip, which I really like. But I read the other day, you know, our silicone pads that are fantastic. If you do not have a silicone mat, you need to get one because they're great for when you're using adhesives, because you can just go right onto it. I guess I should concentrate, so I'm cutting out my little watering can here. Anyway, what I like about it is it tends not to slip, and it also gives a cushion for when you're using photopolymer stamps. So I like that. But our silicone mats, apparently put 2 of them under your mini or even 1, and it'll stop it from moving around. And I thought that was a really good tip that somebody thought of. Somebody smarter than me. So look, I've cut out how many pieces, and I'm still using the same piece of this tape. This tape just goes on and on. And last thing we're going to cut out are our boots. And I find this one, I think it's because I still have, now don't laugh. I always say I have one eye. I don't have one eye. I have 2 eyes. But one of them, the depth perception is pretty pathetic. So it's hard to kind of see. And my other eye is still getting used to taking over. Okay. Whoa, that was a lot of cutting. Some of those I could have done together to save time, but I wanted to make sure that everything was cut perfectly and I didn't move it around, which is a little harder when you're on camera live than when you're all by yourself just doing your thing. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got all our pieces. Let's bring those in. I hope I've got all my pieces. Pretty sure I do. Okay, here we go. And we're going to go back to our card. Now we definitely need some Stampin' Dimensionals because we just do. So we've got the larger one and the smaller one. If you don't have the small ones, just cut your, you can, when you're using smaller items, you can just cut your larger ones to be smaller. Okay, so here we go. So I think what I'm going to do is put down some of these pebble enamel shapes. Hi, Mern. Nice to see you guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. You guys are awesome. So I love these. There's 3 different colors. You can't, these are actually 2 different colors. This is more of a basic gray and this is more of a smoky slate, or gray granite and smoky slate. And then you've got the cinnamon cider. Oh, that color is retiring, you guys. So I know demonstrators are always reminded of that. But if you're a customer and you like our in colors this year, which I'm going to cry about Misty Moonlight. I love Misty Moonlight, and I'm fond of cinnamon cider. So, and I tend to use the pink a lot too. So if you haven't already purchased some of the retiring colors because they're going out, do it now because they are the first thing to sell out. So if you don't have a refill for the stamp pad, get it now. I'm telling you, they'll be gone. That's the first thing that goes. People forget, and then all of a sudden they remember, and then it's like, because you know, if you have a re-inker, your pad will last forever, right? And pick up, of course, some extra cardstock and matching accessories. Okay, so I'm just going to lay some of those pebbles down, and now we can put our boots on. Gets that funny, right? Our boots on, get it? All right, now we can add our boots is what I meant. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I didn't originally pop this one up on my original card, but I'm going to because I want those pebbles to be under my boots. When I made the card originally, the pebbles got added as an afterthought, and so they couldn't be under the boots, but this can be. So I think I like that better. Okay, so there's our boots. Now we've got our flowers. Make sure that I've given myself enough room. Oh yeah, I do. All right, so let's add these. Now, because this is popped up, we're going to have to glue part of this and pop the rest. So all you have to do to accomplish that is the top part is going to be popped up, but this piece, like the bottoms, are just going to be glued to the top of our boots. So we don't want those popped up too necessarily. So I'm just going to put a little bead of my glue along there. That should do it. And decide where that's going to go. And there we go. And then we're just going to let that set. Isn't that cool? So cute. And we've got our little fresh Freesia tulips. Now this is the one where I'm going to use the smaller. I think maybe I can use the larger one. No, I'm going to use the smaller guys. Now the trick with these is that they aren't quite as high as the regular size. So I'm going to remove the backs. Oops, remove those backs. Yeah. And then I'm going to add another one. So like a 2-tier double decker. The reason I'm doing that is because we want it to be the same height as our boots. Otherwise, it'll sink. Like it'll be lower, and that wouldn't make a lot of sense, right? The hardest part is taking off the backs. But if you stick your nail in the back, they tend to come right off. All right. Gosh, I haven't looked to see if I'm in. Oh, there we are. We're in screen. That's my biggest thing is paying attention. So now you just want to match these tulips up. There we go. With the top of the stems. There we go. Isn't that cute? Love that. Now I'm just going to check out something. This is, I just want to put this on. That actually looks quite nice, doesn't it? I'm going to show you my original and you tell me what you think. Actually, I'll make this one a little bit different. On the original, I actually added the watering can. Move over the watering can. Can you see that? So just to be different, I know I already stamped and cut it out. So my original was like this, and I had that, and then, right? But I think what I'm going to do is just add the saying, like so. I think, just so you guys can see a different look, right? So now I've got two versions, and I'm not sure which one I like better. All right. Oh, never fails. There's a phone call. Sometimes I hide my, oh, just a trick. This side actually doesn't need to be popped up, right? Because it's going to be glued to the boots. If you were going to pop it, you'd have to give it a double pop. So let's just add a little bit of glue on the side, like so. My husband was fast on the trigger to get that phone. He was probably thinking, oh no, the phone's ringing and she's on her live. Okay. There we go. Now to finish this off, because I have Diane on the call, I have to add some Wink of Stella to our tulips because we have to get our tulips. Now, whose tulips are already up in their back in their gardens? I haven't checked. I don't think mine are up. It's daffodils that are up and crocuses. If you've got heliobores or other ones like that, they'd be up, but tulips aren't up yet. Okay. So there's the two designs. So which one are we liking? The one with the watering can or the one without the watering can? What do we think? Are equal. What do we think? Just boots. So you, oh yeah, so just boots. Yeah, Linda. I think I'm liking that too. I think, I mean, it's kind of nice, but you know, you could add the little, what am I trying to say? Rake, hoe, whatever. Right. Oh yeah, Jennifer, I'm so sorry. I used to live on Bowen Island, and the only flowers that they wouldn't eat were daffodils. Deer won't eat daffodils. I don't know if they passed it on from generation to generation. They know not to eat them because they're poisonous. But put the watering can inside. Oh, didn't cut a piece for the inside, but I could. Oh, all right. So let's do that. Let's do what Linda's suggesting. So just let me grab a piece of white cardstock. And let's do that. Let's see how that works. Good idea. So let's cut a 4 by 5 1/4 of the basic white. Because I had promised my sister Ellie that I would always put something on the inside, and I actually forgot. So you could stamp the watering can, or since we've already stamped it and cut it out, I think that's an awesome idea that Linda's got. So we're building a card together here. So Linda's suggestion was, let's just put the watering can in there. I think she's right. I think that would be cute. So let's add that. Like that. I'm going to put it on an angle because it looks goofy, just kind of flat. There. Thanks, Linda. What a super idea. Or I could have turned it this way and put little raindrops, right? Because I think, no, this one doesn't have raindrops, but there are some stamp sets that have little raindrops, and those would have been cute. Great idea. Birds on the upper right on front. So some birds. Yeah, I could do that. That would be a different stamp set. So I won't grab that. So what are we thinking? We like both, or we only had one? Oh, can't decide. Needs an umbrella with the boots. I know, Jennifer. Wouldn't that be so great if you had an umbrella? Yes, that would be awesome. Great ideas, you guys. Great ideas. Not too high yet, and I like just the boots. Yeah, okay. Without the boots, Elaine. Okay, without, yeah, so I think it's just the boots and no watering can. Looks like that is the consensus. Okay, ooh, move these over. Right, so you can see. All right, hopefully you can see them. On one of my screens, I can see both, and on the other, I can only see, I can only see 1.5. So there we go. All right. So fun, isn't that cute? Love all the spring cards that we're starting to make, and loving that it's spring today. I keep telling myself I'm going to visit my daughter and my sisters in it's only like 10 days away or something. My daughter gives me reports. I don't know if Carly's still on here. She gives me reports on what the weather's like. And she says it's starting to get springy. So you never know. So I'm thinking, okay, now I can leave my winter coat at home and bring my raincoat. So we'll see how it goes. I've got 10 days for the weather to decide what it's going to do. Oh, hi, Gail. I didn't see you sneak on here. Hi. Thanks, you guys. I'm glad you liked the card. I had fun making it. And I don't know how many of you have this stamp set or this bundle, but if you don't, I would highly recommend it. It's super, super cute. All right, so I've promised you a few things. I'll get some links for the shopping, and I will put those affiliate links up for Amazon for those products so that you can find them easily. Hi, Judy. Oh my gosh, so nice to see you. I hope it's not snowing up there in Edmonton. I heard it was going to snow. Hope not. And then remember I always mess this up, but the savings are in bloom. That is a really good promotion. It only goes to March 31st, so you can get your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which we cut everything out with today. We could even cut out the, when I use the clouds, you can cut it out with the mini. I just wanted a longer piece. And it's on for 20% off. And if you want the big one, I'm offering it, and so is my border buddy Patsy Wagner in the US. We're both offering it at 20% off. So just bear that in mind. What other specials do we have? We've got the Waves collection, which is really beautiful. Let me just quickly show you that, like really quick. Let's move this out of the way. So here's the flyer. I posted the flyer, and we've got the Waves of Inspiration stamp set. Now, this is very West Coast, East Coast. We don't have pelicans. That's a pelican. That's more like, you know, Florida or the U.S. Or Southern, I guess Southern California and stuff would have pelicans. I don't think we have pelicans in Vancouver. Do we, you guys? Who's in Vancouver? Do we know? Who's got a pelican? Cranes. We see tons of cranes. And of course we see beautiful waves. And this is a beautiful stamp set. And then you've also got, this is fantastic. Look at these guys. So this just came out the beginning of March. And these two products, the stamps and the dies, will be in the new catalog that comes out on May the 3rd. Okay. Look at this. There's clouds. You could use those clouds instead of making those clouds. And then in addition to that, we've got some products that are wall supplies last. So let me show you what those are. We've got 12 by 12 designer series paper. And let me just get all the numbers so we're right here. 12 sheets, 2 of each, 6 double-sided. So let me show you some of these patterns. So quite a few different color combos. I love this one. I don't know why, but I do. But aren't they gorgeous? Look at that. Love this one too. I love the yellows. And oh, look at the Calypso coral. So pretty. Anyway, so that's kind of one side. And then you've got the darker, more intense waves. And this is another favorite of mine. I love this one. Got that. And I just cut them to 6 by 6. They're 12 by 12. And then I've also got blue foil specialty paper. So you get 6 sheets, 2 each of 3 colors. So you've got Coastal Cabana, Night and Navy, and then we've got our silver. And that's a great way to get a lot more of your silver foil that you like, if you like that. So the designer series paper coordinates with Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, Night and Navy, Pacific Point, and Petal Pink. You've got lots of choices there. And these products, the designer series paper and the foil, along with, let me grab these. These are fantastic. This is one of the prizes at my meeting today. They get prizes just for showing up. Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels. Look at that. Oh, look at these. They're just, oh, they're gorgeous. But these are while supplies last. So if you like them, get them now. Okay. So, I think that's it for today. Lots of blue herons. I haven't seen a pelican either. Oh, and it is storming. Just wondering if it would be advisable to add an extra layer of cardstock if you mail a card with multiple layers using dimensions. I don't, Judy. I don't. It just adds more bulk and it adds more weight. I don't worry too much. I've never had I've received tons and tons of cards, as you know, every month or whatever. If I'm in a swap, we receive tons. And I've never added another piece of cardstock. Now, sometimes people will do that if there's like a rhinestone or something, but I don't do that either. Well, I'm glad you like the cards, you guys. And you're welcome that I put the link is still on there, Diana. All right, you guys. So thank you again. Let me bring me back. Thank you again, you guys, for joining me today. I really appreciate it when you take time out of your day to join me. So if you're on my team, I'll see you guys at 1 o'clock for our monthly gathering. We're going to have some fun today. So I'll see you there. And otherwise, I'll see you guys on Thursday at 5 p.m. Sorry about last week. Something came up at the very last minute and I couldn't come on. But sometimes that happens, right? So you guys have a great day and have a great week. And I hope you find some time to be creative yourself. Get down in your studio and make something pretty. Bye for now.